Okay, so how to get the total memory? So I'll take with free -m only. So by grep mem, and we can directly go with R command or search with gap mem. All these things are we already discussed. There is nothing new here. So the only thing is approach. Print $2 is total memory. And whereas what is free memory? $4. That's all. I just want to print these things. So VIM non.sh. Or else we'll directly print it. How do we print it? Total memory equal to this one. So that's all. So I'm done with those commands. So here we'll just write. I'm just testing it. Okay. So as that. So /mon.sh. So 1. I'm getting total memory equal to this one. That's all. Okay. So if you select 2, there is nothing going to happen because we have not kept any condition. So CPU load, if you want to check, okay, so how do you check? You can check with uptime command. So uptime is going to give you the load average. Okay. So with load average, okay, so how can I get load average is arc. Okay, so I want to use a custom delimiter, so I can use with -f comma and print dollar. So I can use nf. Nf means nth field. I already told you nf -3, nf -1, 2, nf -1, nf -2. So it is nf -2. So load average it is 0.00. So I just use this command directly. That's all. So there is nothing much I don't want to use here. So I'll just use. That's all. Okay, so it is my load average. Whereas coming to the disk usage, okay, so I just want to check always. Okay, you can do a lot of things here. Again, you read which mount point you want to read it. Okay, so here I have only one mount point. Okay, so which is slash. So I'll directly use slash. So I'll be giving okay, so total size and available size. That's all. So how do I get that? So df-h slash, and out of this one, so I'll just remove a word file system, means that line will be removed. So I got this one. So how do I get a free memory of total size? Print $2. 10 GB is my total size. So how do you get used $4? That's all. So mon.sh echo total size. Here you can put a lot of conditions like read which mount point you want to okay, you want to check something like that, you can write one more read commands, but I want to make easy things sample script. So just for understanding we are writing. So where do we use these things? Echo total size. So echo the size is equal to this $2 and that is $4. So now, so there is a chance that user may enter something else. Okay, so now it is your call actually. If it is something else, what you want to do? Okay, you want to give the menu back again, or you want to exit there itself. It's your call whether which one you want to do. Whether you want to give the same function again, same values, same menu again, or you want to exit there itself. So here in this situation, okay, I'm decided to give the menu again. Okay, so to give the menu again, so you need to have one more option to come out of the script. Okay, so which is 4, and I have to use exit. So here even in this situation, exit. But in case if it is something else, so what you are going to do, I'm going to call a function called as menu. I'm going to call a function called as menu. So this is my main program. Now it will become my main program, and even here also I'll call the menu function. So this is my menu function now. That's all. So here also I'm calling this menu. So here also I'm going calling this menu. That's all. So if ./mon.sh, so if user selects 4, he'll come out. So if user selects 5, he'll get the menu back again. So while getting the menu, okay, so I'll just give one more thing to the user that, okay, so you're doing something wrong. So I'll just give echo -e /n/e /n/e. So 31M. So select a proper value. So I'll just give 0M and done. And also I'll end with new line. So semicolon. So that's it. Second command. So now /mon /mon.sh. So you are giving 4, you are getting coming out, you are giving 5. Okay, so select a proper value and you are getting here the menu back. Like this, your approaches has to be, and script always, okay, so modifies based on your approach, based on your requirement. Always script changes. Is that clear?
Yes, Shubhi, it's clear. Yeah, clear.
Now, the next one which we are going to talk about is if statement. Okay, one more small thing in case command. So if you give man space bash, what all we are talking about, we can see the condition, I mean everything over there. So in case command especially, yeah, so you can see here the case command. Okay, case word in, so pattern, okay, so the list. whatever we have written, so it just write it in a very straightforward way, okay, which might be a little confusing, but if you read it actually you'll understand. And here what is the one we are using? Double semicolon. Okay, so but they have introduced other things also. So what they have introduced other things which are rarely used options, but okay, they have introduced these things in bash version 3. Okay, they have introduced double semicolon ampersand, and very semicolon ampersand also will be there. Yeah, so you will have semicolon ampersand and double semicolon ampersand. So I have already explained these things in the book. Okay, you can just read them. Okay, even if you see the man page also, you'll understand man space bash is going to give you those things. So double semicolon is going to end actually, but if you don't want to end, okay, your case command, so we'll go with those things. That's all. Nothing big deal. You can just go with. And yeah, now coming to the if statement. So if command, okay, so whenever we talk about if command, okay, we need to talk about the disadvantages of case command. So what is the case command and what all you have in case command is you can compare two things. Whatever the data in the variable, if it matches with our pattern or not, that's all. It simply matches whether the data in the variable is equal to pattern or not, that's all. Beyond that, it will not do anything. It cannot do anything. Okay, so but your if statement can do little more things. What all those little more things we'll talk about. But if we talk about if statement, so usually you'll see the if statement in three forms. Okay, so one is simple if, and the other one is if else, and the third one is else if. So in these three forms actually you'll see okay, so you'll see if statement. Now what is the syntax of your simple if? So if space, open the square bracket, space, your expression, space, close the square bracket, and then your commands, and you are done with your if statement. You have to end with fi, case exact fi, if fi, that's all. Okay, reverse of if, reverse of case. Okay, simple. So what is happening here? So if the expression is true, it is going to execute these commands. If the expression is false, it will not execute those commands. Okay, so if means if is checking if the expression is true or not. Okay, if it is true, it execute those commands. That's all. Now coming to the if else. Okay, so your requirement is if the expression is true, you want to do something. If the expression is false, you want to do something. So SPR, then commands, else some other commands. Yeah, fine. Okay, you're checking a user in the expression whether the user exists or not. Okay, so if the user exists, you want to do something. If the user doesn't exist, you want to do something. Simple. Okay, so something like that. So small conditions. Now, so till now you're checking only a single expression. If you would like to check multiple expressions at the same time in the single if statement, okay, so you have else if. So if, so you want to check multiple expressions, that's all. Okay, so then commands one. Elif stands for else if. Okay, so now second expression 2. So this is similar to your something like your case command. Okay, so you have multiple patterns, so he'll have multiple expressions and so on and so on and so on. Okay, you'll have elif, you'll have expression n, and then the commands related to expression n. So if none of these expressions are true, finally you can go and put else also. Okay, so which are commands Fi means if this expression is true, it executes these commands and come out. If this particular expression is true, it executes these commands and come out. So if this fails only, it goes to the section expression. If this fails, it goes to next. If all the expression fails, it goes to the else. So that is what is happening in the case command also. So if you observe, so if this is matched, it executes these commands and come out. If this match, it executes these commands and come out. Okay, the same thing with if statement also. Okay, so there is a chance that okay, this expression can be true and this expression can be true, but as first expression is already true, it executes those commands and it will come out. It will never go to the next expression, even though if it is true, it comes out. Okay, so that is how your if command is going to work. Now what we are doing here, okay, so we are checking all the time expressions, right? So what are the expressions we have? So we have the expressions. I have divided these expressions into three ways. Okay, so one is uh, arithmetic. First one we'll talk about is arithmetic file test, and what is the other one? One second. String comparisons. Oh my god. String comparisons. Okay, so in the string comparisons, what you can do, you can compare two strings. So what are the operators you have in the expressions you can use is equal to and not equal to. Okay, so means the expression is going to be like this. Okay, so if you have two strings ABC equal to ABC, so you can check these things. And also if you want to check not equal to ABC, not equal to ABC. So this is going to be true if both are equal, but this is going to be true if both are not equal. So that because you have placed a not condition. Okay, so you are checking in a reverse way. That's all. Okay, so this is how you check the expressions. How you check the expressions. That's all. Now, okay, so I can write our example. So whatever we're doing addition subtraction by using string comparison. So how I can do the string comparison? So read hyphen p, enter value 1, which is a, read hyphen p, enter value 2, which is b, read hyphen p, enter the operator, so which is going to be add or subtract or multiply or divided by, so which is going to be in OP. So and again OP I'm going to put all the characters in capital characters, so OP by TR lower to upper. I'm done. Now I'm going to use else if here. Okay, so the first expression is going to be, so if I can use a simple if also. Let's use simple if firstly. If $OP is equal to capital ADD, so P is equal to capital ADD, so semicolon then. So next line also you can put then, or in semicolon then also you can put. Semicolon determines two different commands. So then is a different command there. So I'm going to do echo addition is equal to $A plus $B and FI. So you can write multiple condition, multiple if statements rather than going with multiple. Okay, so multiple one, I'll go with else if, that's all. So $OP is equal to subtract. Okay, then I'll do one thing. I don't put double quotes. You'll understand why I'm putting double quotes. Echo multiply So don't think that we are doing only addition subtraction. So instead of addition subtraction, you are going to put your commands there. That's all. So finally, else. When else will come if user has not given proper input. Okay. So invalid operator. I'll exit there itself and Fi. Done. Okay. So script 21.sh. So I'm giving 10, 10, 20, and I'm giving add. It's doing only addition. But how it is doing only addition? By using else if now. So I'm giving 20, 10. If I give divided by, I'm getting only divided by. Okay. So let's say I'm giving 20, 10, and I'm giving something else. What you are getting? Invalid operator. Pretty fine. Okay. So in this particular string comparisons, you have two operators which is equal to and not equal to. So we are using only equal to. So why I have So why I have not used double quotes, just to understand you. This I'm giving enter. So previously, if you see case script 20.sh, which is our case script. Okay. So even though if you give an empty value, you are getting an invalid operator. So here also you are getting invalid operator, but you are getting a lot of errors. Why you are getting errors? What is the condition you have used? You have used the condition OP $OP equal to add. So what is our OP value? Empty value. So empty value equal to add. So this is an invalid syntax, right? There has to be some value here, but it is replacing with an empty value. The operator actually becoming like this. Okay, the expression is actually coming like this, and it is throwing the error. So it is expecting some value. So as you can see, semicolon equal to semicolon means some value has to be there. Okay, so after, before and after equal to, that is what they are trying to tell you. So, and we are missing that value, and hence if we use these things in double quotes, okay, so even though there is an empty value you have given, it will preserve that particular empty value with double quotes. So, and okay, the syntax is going to be correct now, because empty value is equal to add, it is going to check. That's all. Okay, so that is the reason whenever I go with so string comparisons operators, I always go with double quotes. Always keep this in mind, because to avoid errors, whenever I'm accessing strings in the expressions, I always use double quotes. I recommend personally, instead of ending with errors, using double quotes. If you use single quotes, what happens? So it checks $OP equal to add. It will not replace any variable, because you know already we discussed difference between single quotes and double quotes. So now if you give empty also, you are getting invalid operator. Okay, now the next one in this particular string comparisons you have is so checking input. So now if I see script 21.sh, I'm giving both values empty and I'm giving addition, again you'll get error obviously. Why? Because these both values are again empty. You're not validating, okay, whether the user has given input or not. The user whether the user has given input or not, you're not checking obviously. Okay, so to check whether the user has given input or not, okay, we have two more operators in string comparisons, which is hyphen z and hyphen n. Hyphen z and hyphen n. So if you want to know where I can get the help is again man space bash, search for hyphen z. Okay. Yeah, you can see here. Okay, so what hyphen z is telling is true if length of the string is 0. Okay, hyphen n true if the length of the string is non-zero. Means we're going to put hyphen z on that string. Okay, we'll check whether the variable is having some data. If it is having some data, hyphen z is going to be false. Okay, so that's all. You can also check whether the variable is having, if the variable is set or not by using hyphen v. Okay, so here what I'll do is script 21.sh. If hyphen v a, so a is a variable or $a is a variable, let's see. Then let's try. I'm just trying. Okay, long back I have used this option. See what happened if, okay, variable is not even set, so better not to go with this option. Yeah, I'll go with hyphen z and hyphen n and hyphen z only. So what I'm going to place a condition here, if hyphen z, so this is a string comparison, I'll put it in double quotes. So if hyphen z $a, if hyphen z $a, so means if the variable is empty, hyphen z is to check whether the variable, the string size you are going to put it over here is the content of the variable. When the content of the variable is 0, if you are not given anything, okay, the size is equal to 0, then what I want to do, I want to exit there. It's invalid input. So I don't want to entertain the user, I'll exit there itself because it has not given the input.